Sunday Sharpe, do 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 do. Yeah, a little bit of a quieter intro, a bit more somber today. As for Fami's morning Aquarium Cop. Rest in peace, my friend. Always a sad loss whenever anyone passes, but you will be missed. However, we shall try and remember you with positivity and happiness. Remember the good times, and I'm sure you wouldn't want us lot to be miserable, grumpy old gits. So, ta-da! Yeah. Got a couple here. I'll let it go a bit longer until I see some Hadamini types in the, or moderatory types. Hello, Jess. How are you? I'm also seeing some moderators in the chat. We'll see if we can get the link up for the fundraiser. Proper choice of sustenance for a Sunday evening, and still not sponsored. Ooh. Are you shopping and lurking again today, Jess? And it must mean the music is pretty bad in the stores you're going into if listening to me is a step up. So yes, there we go. And as usual, we'll start the stream off with what has been going on in my fish room this week. Not a lot. Yay, shopping's already done. This is just here. Howdy do, Don. Welcome aboard. Oh, excuse me, stars a minute to go on. Yeah, pretty much nothing occurring in the fish room this week. No births, deaths, movements, anything weird. No, nothing. Nothing to report. Well, not indoors anyway. I mean, outdoors we've got a full-on frog orgy going on, and 4 rather excited comets in the pond as well, who are hastily mopping up and clearing up any frog spawn that isn't being protected. Well, yeah, there's going to be some movements, obviously. You don't have a couple of 100 plecos and no movements. Trust me. I can multitask. Sing to the music and listen. Oh, now why would you want to hide your lovely singing voice? Can't be as bad as mine. You know, I tend to sing the wrong words of his songs. That, you know, you get them songs that are just constantly played on radio or tannoys or whatever that you don't really like, but you just hear them so often they seep into your head, so you know them. Yeah, I just change the words. That usually upsets people. Funny enough, I'm good at upsetting people. I'm definitely the last generation. Or am I generation before? Yeah, if I'm Gen Z now and I'm Gen X, yeah. I'm 2 generations out of date, that explains it. Yeah, like Baby Shark. Exactly. There's plenty others that are somewhat cruder. Some Christmas ones. There's some, I've no idea who it is, but there's some girl sings something on whatever playlist it is we have on at work. Something about shouting out to her eggs. I have no idea what she's on about. Makes no sense to me. I keep arguing for the 90s rock playlist, but it doesn't happen. Apparently it's too loud and people don't like it. Pretty sure there's more people coming into the shop who would appreciate 90s rock than who appreciate 2020s pop music. definitely more people in this chat than there are that appreciate 90s rock. But yeah, I've even taken the Baby Shark things to Red Balls, because you get the big can, the medium can, and the little can. That's Mummy, Daddy, and Baby Ball. Headbanging in the grocery stores. Nah. Well, I don't know. When you get to our age, your old neck can't take it anymore. So, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Working, so mostly listen. Work away, Don. Good to have you here. I'll try not to put you off and make you either spit coffee over whatever it is you're working on, or saw your hand off or something. That's been known to happen in the past. Not the sawing someone's hand off, but I've made someone laugh too hard and they stabbed themselves with a scalpel. Not my fault I superglued my head to the bench. But hey, there we go. These things happen. Yeah, so I've had a really dull week, other than like literally water changes, feedings. That's pretty much it for the fish and the shrimp and the snails. Yeah, other than that, it's mainly been work. Metery, righty ho. Had to read my electric meter this week and scared the pants out of myself when I saw the size of the bill. Oh. Turns out that using your fish tanks to heat your house is not efficient. Yeah. The overnight storage heaters would have been a cheaper option. Sitting in the fish room making plans to redo the 120 gallon. Oh, what would I do? What would I do with 120 gallon? Oh. You see, it's a choice, isn't it? You either go for a few honky chonky fish, because I know at the moment I can get hold of a giant snakehead. If I had 120 gallon, why can't I pick up 20 baby blue mystery snails? Cool. Something I've never seen for sale in the UK is mystery snails. Not in any of the shops I go to, anyway. I think because I think certain types of apple snails aren't legal or are banned, so they just don't any of them just in case. Snakeheads are legal here. Still tempted to get a dwarf one to go in there, perhaps when I had to move Spazzy Boy on. Evening, Dan, wee man, how you doing? Speaking of Spaz, and he will appear. There he is. Yeah, you're a good boy, ain't you? Oh, you're going to go hide in your tree stump again? Okay. He's like an ostrich. He'll bury his head in something and think he's hidden. But the rest of him is fully out in the open. But he can't see you, so you can't see him. That's his thinking on it. Thank Liz. Good to school variety tigers and denizens. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm alright. It's just everyone else, Dan. You know how it is. Surviving, making it up as I go along. Ooh, pardon me. Still not had a haircut, as everyone can tell. I'm getting to the point where I might just might not bother getting a haircut and leave it to grow. It's got past the annoying stage now. And now it hangs down past the collar of my t-shirt, so it's not going into my t-shirt. It's not flopping down into my face all the time. So might just leave it. Be a long-haired yeti again. Yeah, it's bristle noses, Don. I've got what? Yeah, I got a couple of hundred-ish, perhaps, maybe more. 100. Yeah, maybe 250. 260, something like that. When you start getting to those kind of numbers, you don't bother counting really, or you don't keep an accurate count. Well, you can try. It's a bit difficult. Well, I know I've sold 110 this year, so yeah, we shall see how we go. Hopefully we can shift a few more out fairly shortly, especially as lockdown starts easing from tomorrow here in the UK. And hello, no longer here. No longer here is here. Or are they? Yes, I know my antivirus protection has run out. No, I don't want to pay that much to reactivate it. Go away, you stupid adverts. That's better. Yeah, I wouldn't do discus. I don't know what I'd do with 120 gallons, to be honest. Other than swear at the thought of having to do water changes. I might have a better in one, just for a short while, just to take the mickey out of people. No, it'd either be some honking great big fish, no, comparatively, or no, something ludicrous and some tiny ones. You know, like 120 gallon Rasbora tank, something like that. Yeah. Or would I do a mix? I'd probably split it up and have like a sandy bit and like a planted bit and a rocky bit, and then just like have different types of cichlids in there. So maybe some, some cribs, some opistos, and then some shellies. So they should technically roughly stay in the environment they're happy in and feel safe in, so it might work. That could be interesting. Dan, do you have the link, Dan, for Aquarium Cop's fundraiser account? As if you do, feel free to post it up in the chat, as I seem to have been upsetting people. So I'd start 55 African Congo River. That'd be cool. Well, 120. I think if I had 120, I'd probably go for a salt. Get a nice salty tank. So I can have my deep sea penis worms and sea cucumbers and anything else perverse. Starfish, preferably chocolatey ones in colour. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, the cost of salt scares me as well. But if I had a 120 gallon tank, I'd probably think about it. Because the cost of a 120 gallon tank over here, yeah, adding the salt into it doesn't make much difference. And it seems a lot of the sort of random life forms that seem to turn up in live rock or whatever, I think they're kind of some of the things that I'd actually want to be keeping. Oh my God, Pam is awake. How are you, Pam, my lovely? I've missed you, my dear. I mean, not that you miss much when you sleep through, it's... Give Psycho Attack Cat a fuss from me. Just don't get yourself attacked in the process. Yeah, the salty fishes, they are expensive, but I don't know whether I'll actually go for fish, whether I just go for random weird life forms. I'll probably avoid all the corals and stuff because weird. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do. 120 gal. I'd probably just bury it in the garden and use it as a pond. Thank you very much, Dan. Oh, about 120 gallon. Yeah, I could use it as a bath even, if it's big enough. And yeah, snowflake heels, they're cool. If I was going to go that, I'd probably want an actual proper moray eel or something like that. Amazing man with a wonderful heart. Yeah, you put it far better than I could. And Big J, how are you? Oh, pardon me. Buried 120 in the garden, get 300. There you go. You just got to dig the hole. You don't have to buy the pond liner. Just dig the hole, drop the tank in, surround it with dirt, fill it with water. Job done. Koi pond. Or here's a sneak one: if you live somewhere warm enough, just have it above ground, stick it up on some kind of frame, and then have a goldfish tank outside. And hello, Anthony, how are you? Hope all is good with you. And good evening from over here, anyway. Morning was a long time ago. I've been asleep since then. Doing the bathtub pond, I've got the bath waiting. So that's one of the things I thought about with using a bath as a fish tank. Because it's already pre-plumbed to take a sump. If you think about it, you've got the drain in the bottom, and then you can fit the faucets or taps on the side. So you have the water drain out the bottom into the sump, pump back through the taps, the faucets. You've got the overflow already built into the side of the bath as well. Easy plumbing fittings. It's kind of a no-brainer, really. And it's got to be cheaper to buy a bathtub than it has to buy a fish tank. Oh, there she is, lovely Marek. How are you, my sweet? I hope all is well with you today. Severums, bristle noses, Corys, etc. One oddball male crib. Yeah, cribs just do that, don't they? Just turn up in random places. I reckon if I go dug the black tub out of the loft attic right now, there will probably be a dead crib in there. Or there's a leak in the roof and it has got a live crib in it. Hello, Undertaker. How are you? Marek just woke up. Oh, bless you. You've been having afternoon naps. I told you, afternoon naps are awesome. Well, just naps are awesome, whatever time. Doesn't have to be the afternoon. Could be morning, evening, whenever. Yeah, I could quite happily nap virtually permanently. Yeah, exactly. Get on the coffee, Marek. Or on the monsters. Bath is free. Son-in-law bought the wrong bath and couldn't return it. He's drilled the holes with the taps. Oh, sorted. I mean, sad for your son-in-law, but sorted for you. And if you use it as a pond, and if you do need to drain it, it's easy enough. You just lean in and pull the plug out. Yeah. Sleepy hugs, Marek. I mean, I'm probably not the best person to wake up to be honest, but hey, there you go. There's probably or possibly worse voices to wake up to, but you know, probably not, to be honest. Given how weird my voice goes, but there we go. Ooh. No, it can't be us sorted yet. British weather, the way. Yeah, British weather at the moment is a bit iffy. I mean, it's been warm and dry. Well, I say warm. It's been dry and sunny here, so it's not been too bad. If it warms up a little the next couple of days, because I've got a short week at work, I will get out and do a bit in the garden. Mainly just get some of the crud out of the pond, maybe chop some of the shrubbery back. Although in other news, I did get a new back fence this week for free, so that's always a bonus. A complete new fence, and they took away all the ivy and everything that was growing up it. So goodbye birds' nests that were in there. But upside, I haven't got to do it. I haven't got to pay for it. So woohoo! Yeah, Jimmy Cranky would be a slightly more annoying voice. Well, those. Yeah, Jimmy Cranky. Yeah, that was Jeanette, wasn't it? Jeanette Cranky. Completely confusing all of the Americans. Oh, I think it does. They've done a decent job. Yeah, I can't complain for free, can I? Take the old one out, clear all the guff out that was growing on it, take it all away and put a new one in. All because someone got their plans wrong. Because basically the little bungalow behind me is part of the old folks' home. And they're renovating it for a new residence. So they redid the fence. They didn't bother to check the plans to see this actually my fence. So thank you. Probably save me, I don't know, probably £1,000, £1,000, something like that. Yeah. Actually, I did go around and taking a picture earlier of the pond, well, part of the pond, Marriott, so you can see some froggies and some fishies if you like later. I'll send you that one. And Chalupa wants my rack. You might want the rack, but you don't want what's living in it. That's a couple more years, about 20 more years, Dan. And heck, what I'd do is I would just sell the house to the old folks' home on the premise that I stay here till I die. That'd be easier, wouldn't it? Yeah, I shall send you that later, Marriott. Don't you panic, you fluffy little head about it. Chris, I see you. How are you doing today, you magnificent bastard? Well, I mean, I'm a bastard. No, that's a polite way of putting it. I wouldn't say I'm magnificent. Passable, maybe on a good day. Yeah, I'm good, Chris. How are you? The Sharpe annex, yeah. Why does it smell damp? That'll be all the fish tanks. What's that other funny smell? That'll be the modelling. Yeah, but what's that behind that? Oh, that's just rotting corpse. Don't worry about it. It was a month before we found him. Oh, feel a bit fluffy. I'm not sure where to go with that one. Either somewhere perverse or somewhere sweet. Yeah, that's my general one. How are you? Passably human. I can pass for a human on a good day. On a bad day, I just look like a Klingon. Ah! I mean, that's gone beyond 4. That's gone beyond 4. That's a 6 head now, isn't it? Hello, Priscilla. How are you, my dear? Hope you're all well and good, and the little X-Man is too. Much love to you too. Yeah, Yeah, it's one of those things when a man gets to a certain age. I mean, I had a 5 head when I was young, so yeah, I've always been able to do the full hand on the forehead, but now it's at least one more finger. So I'm going to go with a 6 head, not a 5 head. And I've worked it out. It's not that it's falling out; it just migrates backwards. I swear it's getting lower and lower down the back of my neck as it gets higher and higher up the front. If a Wookiee and a Klingon had a baby, that would be messy. that's just you, Chalupa. That's just you checking, see if you've got a 5 head or not. Oh, it's already down the back. I'm wearing 2 layers right now. I've got the t-shirt and the full chimp vest on underneath. Yeah, sending you big huggies, Priscilla. You know I love you. Love all ya. There's no such thing as pretty soon. I could plait that. I could get cornrows down there if I really wanted to. Oh, jeez, that's grim. Yeah, when you start growing dreads in your pants, something's gone wrong. No, you went there, Pam. Don't blame me. You put me on these paths, I will follow them. Yes. It's not just the hair on my head that gets long. Yeah, possibly human. I'm part Wookiee. I thought we all knew that. Because you don't make the Wookiee angry because he'll rip your arms off and beat you with the stumps. Like, well, there you go. It was either I'm going to be talking about shell dwellers or talking about doing cornrows in your butt hair. Welcome aboard, Sean. Good to see you. Yeah, let the Wookiee win. Exactly. People don't know. That's the problem. They keep trying to win and then get upset when I beat them. Yeah. How are the ribs doing today, Shawnee Sean? Have you been managing to not smack yourself in the ribs again? Oh, Sean and Marriott sitting in the tree. Kissing. Ugh, time for a slight change. Sometimes too much caffeine can be bad for you. So I have 2 drinks today. That one don't really do much. It's just wet. It's wet and flat. Sounds a bit like one of my exes. Feels like a fire, but good. Getting some dinners for the Amazon. Ooh, sweet. What you getting, Chris? I mean, if you're close, I could well, bristle noses. I could supply you with cribs. Really aren't Amazonian. Ocean and a half. I know. We just got a little pond between us, Matt. But I'm taken, as are you. So you know. Um, Although, given the dream I had last night, was it last night or the night before? I can't remember. It all blurs. Life is just a blur. Yeah, I could have flown over, so, you know. I've told you. I'm hurt, Chris. Of course I'm going to watch. The only reason you're here is to see whether Bertie is eating blackbeard algae again, and yes, she is. Yeah, it was me and you, Sean. No, it started out just like, oh, cool, I can fly, and then it went to undead and apocalyptic stuff. So yeah, my normal kind of dream, just with flying. Yeah, there was some kind of cross between wolves and cheetahs with the teeth of saber-toothed tigers and sort of foot-long claws. Oh, bless you, Chris. Just to make yourself feel better, yeah? That's probably the only reason most people tune in, just to make themselves feel better about themselves. That and to see Zach, because he's awesome. Dreamt I was a vole once. Yeah, voles are cool. I do like a vole. Small, fluffy, and cute. You're welcome, Chalupa. Yeah, I just say what comes into my head pretty much. There is a bit of filtering going on. And Marit's not even got wet fingers yet. Now, do I have to make sure that I turn my phone off so I can't hear any dings? Enough of the self-deprecation now. That's just me. I self-deprecate permanently. Comes from being a Tottenham Hotspur fan. You get used to abject failure and misery, and so, you know, it doesn't bother you anymore. It's not pessimism, it's not optimism, it's not is the glass half full, it's who nicked my bloody glass. That's pretty much where I stand. So, you know, and plus if I put myself down, it means other people don't need to. You know, my safe space, as it were, mentally, is probably what most people's nightmares would be made of. So, you know, if my safe space was pink, fluffy, and happy, I'd be worried. Exactly. If you call yourself an idiot first, they haven't got anywhere to go, really. All they can do then is agree with you, in which case they're saying you're right. People are always trying to insult me, but I either don't care or I give it back better than I got it. Yeah, you get used to expecting that the start of the season, not like the end of the season. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we're top league, we're top league, we're top league. Oh no, we're not. Oh crap, we're gonna get relegated. Yeah, that's a year in the life of a Spurs fan. See, other people, other younger people, are like, oh no, are you gonna get? Are you gonna win? Are you gonna accept? Are you get Champions League or Europa League? Or I'm like, as long as we hit 40 points, I'm happy because that means we're not getting relegated. They're like, what? Yeah, but you're top of the league and 12 points clear. I was like, yeah, we've not got 40 points yet. I'm not happy. Jedi. I ain't no Jedi. I'm a Sith. A Sith with a lisp. I mean, if you want to see the difference between a Jedi and a Sith, you just have to watch Nightwish videos that have got the two drummers in. Because you got Kai is like watching a Jedi Master play the drums. I mean, they're both awesome drummers, don't get me wrong. Anyway, it's the original Yuka. He's like a Sith Lord behind the drum kit. He's attacking it. I think this lucky home team is Exeter City. So I'm not sure what's worse, Exeter City or just Exeter. No, I joke. Devon is awesome. He used to have, was it Grandad used to live in Torbay? So I spent quite a few summer holidays down that neck of the woods. Up on Dartmoor and Exmoor, climbing the tors and falling in bogs. Not the kind of bogs I normally fall asleep on today. Oh, Nightwish is awesome, Chalupa. Trust me. Good starting point would be... Oh, Scott. A Shoemaker. That's a good one to start with. Yeah, Beast of Dartmoor. Climb up Hounds Tor at night, see if you can hear the hounds howling. Been there, done that one. Find all the little streams. Then, shame it's illegal, but you could probably gold pan in those streams and get, not rich, but you certainly find some gold in them. Yeah, it's a beautiful part of the country. And then the clouds roll in and it starts raining and you really wish you weren't up on the darts, up on the moors. Yeah, so I mean, I'm one for the paranormal, supernatural anyway, so even at that age, we're going on holiday to Dartmoor, okay, go to the library, get a book out on the ghosts of Dartmoor. Yeah, that kind of thing. And then just, if you get a chance to go to the places, you have a look, see if you can see or hear or experience anything. Yeah, so you're like peas down the rain. Yeah, I remember me and a couple of mates. I mean, talking 24 years ago, and Tom's mowing bunnies. Oh dear, you mad mower, you. But yeah, we went to the Peak District, which is Derbyshire way. Technically, we went to Alton Towers for a week, but I didn't go. Well, I basically went and held people's bags while they went on the rides because I won't go on them. So we did that for a few days, and then we did like, the exploring stuff. Well, I did, and one of the other guys did. The other one weren't interested. There was this lonely tower up in the middle of the moor, an ancient watchtower. Basically, one castle tower is how you describe it. Can't remember what it was called. We were like, yeah, that's going to be cool. You know, you go up there on the top of the moor, you get up that tower, you've got views for miles and miles and miles all around. Beautiful sunny day. We get to the car park, or where you're going to park closest to walk up to it. Still a couple of miles across the moor from where you park. Bright sunny day. We go through this little bit of forest before you go up onto the moor. Go through the forest. Go, no, all good, all good. Come out the other side. Grey, drizzly, peeing down the rain. We're going to go anyway. Now we're here. We might as well walk the extra mile and a half. By the time we got there, we're soaking wet. Clamber up this tower, which luckily was actually unlocked. Otherwise, I'd have probably picked the lock. You get up there and you can't see anything because it's just you're up in the cloud. Yeah, woo. Oh well, I suppose I might as well have a spliff while I'm up here, kind of thing. And try and walk 2 miles back across the moor, stoned, not knowing where you're going. Somehow we made it back safe anyway. Apparently that's haunted, but neither of the other guys wanted to go there at night. It was bad enough 3 men in one tent for a week. You can imagine. Even I started to notice the air wasn't quite right in the tent. When you unzip the front of the tent in the morning and the green cloud rolls out, yeah. And you pack the tent up at the end of the week and all the grass is dead underneath it. And as I say, I mean, around here is pretty, but it's one of those things where you get used to where you live. So, yeah, it was a lot of gas in one tent, especially the night we had an Indian. Oh dear, that was a bad idea. 3 men, 1 tent, curries. It was definitely do not light a cigarette in the tent. We'd probably been on the moon. We'd have been up there with Eugene Shoemaker. Yeah, it pretty much was, Chris. I don't think that tent ever got used again. You can imagine 3 21-year-old lads in a tent for a week, unsupervised. Oh. Well, I don't think any of us actually took a shower the whole week. You know? Yes. Yeah, this is a different kind of pitching tents, Marriott, not the type you normally see. Stumbling about Misty Morris, Trench, I wonder where the room is. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, it's like one night, was it this week or last week? I can't remember. Brain fried. I can remember random silly facts and things like scientific names. I can't remember what I did yesterday. But no, I went for a wander after dark into the town or the churchyard. So, you know, see if I could hear, feel, see, experience anything for a bit. And as I sat there, I thought, right, here's me, the colour I am, you know, graveyard tan, make a vampire look tanned, and I'm dressed all in black, and I'm here wandering around the graveyard at night. But yes, there's going to be reports that the graveyard's haunted for sure now. Yeah, curry, no showers, 1 tent. Hey, we didn't care. We were mainly drunk or stoned all the time anyway. Actually, that was the time my mate Dickie was with us, Richard. Next to the campsite was a farmer's field full of cows. So as it is, you make friends with the cows, right? You go over, you say hello, and you give them some grass and give them a stroke, and yeah. After the curry, because there was a fallen down tree log thing to sit on, and Dickie decided he'd turn around and fart at the cows. Well, he farted, and they kind of looked. Then they got a whiff, and the cows ran to the other. They all stampeded to the other side of the field. It was like, oh geez, we've got to share a tent tonight. If it isn't that bad, I know mine are going to be worse. I was like, oh dear, you some people gonna die. I'll say with the graveyards, actually, because yeah, people used to say, aren't you scared like walking through the graveyard at night? There might be some strange people there. I mean, the strange people in the graveyard is me. There might be people there doing strange things and trying to summon demons and doing drugs. Thinking, that sounds good to me. Let's have another swig of Gatorade. Does it turn me into a gator or does it give you aid? Making friends with cows, exactly. They're friendly creatures generally. And I know what you're like. Don't go starting about others. Ah, thank you, Chris. That was a safe ding then. Whew. Yeah, it's oh god, utterly amazing story. Yeah, it was yeah, some of the weird stuff I did, because actually that was the holiday I first discovered that I was allergic, or I had become allergic to wasps. Yeah, wandering around Alton Towers, which is the theme park if you're not in the UK, and wearing Doc Marten boots and shorts, and a wasp flew down the back of the Doc Marten, got stuck, stung me 3 or 4 times in the ankle. I swore loudly, and then the next thing I know, I'm in an ambulance. Oh, yeah. Hey, Gnarly, how you diddling? Signatus, a bit pricey. Probably can get aggressive. We're talking Shellies. Yes. On Pep's artwork, below the fish picture was a kid. Yeah, sometimes these things just happen, and it's like, really? It's like when you sit there and you watch a load of fish fam stuff, fishy videos on YouTube, there's something not quite right with the algorithm, because I keep getting like adverts for different like fish, sort of like, salmon or tuna, or these sort of all-in-one meals. I mean, no, that's the wrong kind of fish. And Alan Matthews, hello Alan, welcome aboard. How are you? Prepare for strangeness. Yes, I know you had to, Marek. Yeah, I'm fully aware of that joke. Why do you think I have a bottle of Gatorade? Keep getting the man so bad. Oh God, yeah. One I've been seeing like this was some manscaping company, basically stuff to shave your bits and lotions and stuff down there. It's like, really? Yeah, my body wash, but I just use soap. Right? You go into the shop and you find the pack that says soap on it. Doesn't say anything else, no blah blah whatever. It says soap. It's got one job: clean you. That's all it has to do. Especially as a male, because not particularly worried about dry skin or signs of aging or whatever. Because let's be honest, a couple of wrinkles ain't gonna make bugger all difference. I look and sound old. It's like, yeah, I don't care. Hello, happy Cara. What are you looking at? Are you wondering why there's no food floating about on the top of your aquarium, are you? Is that it? Yeah. Pay 11 quid is not get ads at such time. Yeah, there is that. Very occasionally, there is actually an advert for something you might actually be interested in. Although more of the time, it's normally a survey saying, have you seen adverts for these things recently? and it's always things I'm not interested in, so I don't. It never registers that I've actually watched or seen those adverts, because it's an advert. If it's not told me what it is within the first 5 seconds, I click skip. Right? If you can't be bothered to tell me what you're trying to sell me, yeah, trying to sell soap for different parts of the body. Yeah, a nice soft, delicate one for the face, and one with, well, basically sand in it for the rest of the body. Have a little scrub and a scrape. Is it wrong when you're quite happy to just, you're doing your feet with the old pumice stone, you just end up going further and further up. Yeah, whatever. It can't hurt. All right, let's get, as these happy carers are looking a bit grumpy at me, and they're looking at the surface, looking for food. Should we give the happy carers some food? Go away and hope for a Wookiee Klingon humanoid attempting to sell me energy drinks. Well, I am that person. I just need to be given a job. Not using 11 different bars. Yeah, just one. Right. Soap and shampoo. That's all I use. And even then, it's just Head and Shoulders shampoo. And it's not the for greasy hair, for dry hair. With conditioner, it's just bog standard to get rid of dandruff. But why do you use that? You don't have dandruff. Yeah, there's a reason why I don't have dandruff. It's because I use Head and Shoulders. Right, let's feed the fishies, shall we? Now let's see how scaredy-fied or how hungry they're going to get. Are you ready? Are you ready? You can do happy dance? You're going to get happy dance? Om nom 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 nom. Om nom 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 nom. And basically whatever they don't eat, Spaz eats. And if he gets hungry, he just eats a few more of the fish. Yeah, no offense, Chris, I got slightly more head fluff than you have. I mean, I really am at the point where I need to get hold of some hair ties and put it up in a ponytail. I'm starting to look like a musketeer. Who was the fat one? Porthos, wasn't it? And don't call me Dogtanian. Actually, I think I'm probably more Cardinal Richelieu than any of the musketeers, but you know. Yes. Random French history. Just leave it, Sean. Leave it for about another 11 months and it won't bother you anymore. Justified nation. Ah, good KLF reference. Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those chats, streams that just goes wherever it goes. And we can sit here and talk about fish for a couple of hours. We could talk about modeling for a couple of hours, or we can just flit around on whatever random subjects happens to turn up. It'll come back. Just it's not like a lawn though, so the more you cut it, it doesn't make it grow back thicker. Yeah, I mean, I do kind of miss having long hair, because I mean, no, to most blokes this is silly long, but to me it's kind of short. Behave yourself, Zakara's. Yeah, trying to hunt down the last bit of food, and Spaz is probably after it as well. Yeah, I mean, I think the shortest I've gone is number 4 all over, which is about what, 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 an inch at most. But I've got a comically large head and it's covered in scars, so shaven head is not good, not going to be a good look for me. With people trying to plot road maps on the top of my head, or taking close-up pictures and claiming it's the moon, the amount of craters. Oh, I thought it was that long. Oh dear. Oh, no, so I did actually work it out, and last time I had a haircut was a week before, was it 2 weeks before Valentine's Day last year, so you know. Howdy, Streetwise. Tuning in after United beating City 2-0. Shame. Unless it's Sheffield United, in that case, pretty cool. Yeah, this is it. I know I've got a weird shaped head. I know I've got a comically large head anyway. Even without the 5 head, it's big round. If I get a baseball cap that's got one of the clippy things on the back, it has to go as far out as it'll go. And I need a haircut to then get it to fit properly and comfortably over my head. One size fits all, does it hell? Yeah, there might be a big brain in there. It's certainly not a thick skull. The amount of times I've cracked it. If there is a big brain in there, I've got no idea what it's doing most of the time. I'm probably using about 2% of it most days. The other 98% of it's probably thinking about boobs, to be honest. I'm a man. It's don't spill the Spurs score. Yeah. Well, we're Spurs fans, Dan, so we lost. Just accept that that's going to happen, and then you won't be disappointed when you do watch. That's why you don't wear hats. Yeah. You see, I started wearing a hat to keep the sun out of my eyes, and then my hair started getting longer, or I started growing my hair. This is when I was like 16, 17. And then I realised that the hat was a really good way to control the hair, because can't necessarily bother to comb it and brush it and gel it every day when you're that age, and a scrub lord like me. So yeah, the hat was just an easy way to control the hair, and then I just kind of stuck with it. It's only the last few years that I've not worn a hat all the time. Large head and small feet, that's my problem. Mind you, I can still get my shoes VAT free. Giant leprechaun. I don't want to be out in the sun. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I try and avoid the sun if I can. But I'm going to have to start doing some stuff in the garden. So it all depends on what the weather's like. If it's a cooler day, either tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday, then I might get out in the afternoon and do a bit. If it's going to be warm, I'll do it earlier on in the morning. Spoil it, the game hasn't started. Yes, Spurs aren't losing yet. There you go. That's typical Spurs optimism. The game hasn't started, so it's a 0-0 draw so far. Evening, Lukey. Mr. Black Rifle Model Works. Yep, the balls are indeed round and they go all over the place. Back and forth, all sorts. Up and down. And yeah, I'm going to be on Luke's channel the 27th of March. He's going to be interviewing me. Good. Anyway, how are you, buddy? I hope you're all good. And your lovely lady as well. Oh, geez, Marritt's talking about wet fingers and balls. Oh, dear. So if anyone wants to see some hunky modeler interviewing some weird fish nerd about building models, is it 3 o'clock on the 27th, Luke? Yeah, and I'm going to have to date you second back, so I haven't had the first one yet. And evening water box. Yeah. 3 p.m. GMP on the 27th on Luke's channel, Black Rifle Model Works. Very cool channel. Yeah. He's learned well. He's learned, don't YouTube like I do. If you do this like editing thing and smile and sound enthusiastic, then people actually tune in and watch. I stopped drinking during my streams. He started choking. Oh dear. Yeah, that kind of happens. Yes, Walkbox is Chung. Yes, sorry about that. I forgot. Been a while. But welcome aboard, Chung. Early up for Jags duty. Yeah. I'm just a sacrificial worker. That's all I am. So I'm bottom of the list for getting the jabs. Because, you know, I'm only exposed to it every day. I'm at work. No, not like people working with the NHS and actually dealing with the COVID patients. I just get to deal with the ones that, you know, aren't hospitalised. Yeah, go for it, Chung. That'd be cool to see. And if ever I get my model building mojo back, there will be some modelling videos turn up on my channel. Well, that's if I get my video making mojo back first. Must have heard that wrong. Well, I mean, given the choice, sometimes I would expose myself at work, Chris. But talking about exposure to COVID, as I work in a shop that sells cigarettes and alcohol, yeah. In the UK, we've got an app we can download for our phones, which warns us if we've been in contact or near someone with COVID. Yeah, I had to delete it because the bloody thing just kept beeping all the time. It was really annoying. That's not sitting on the shelf collecting dust. They're either shelf queens or it's a stash. Don't expose yourself. Sometimes people could use a laugh though, Pam. I'd have to get the magnifying glass out to see anything anyway. I mean, I could do the Buffalo Bill, tuck it between my legs, and start yelling about lotions and baskets. That would probably freak people out quite badly. And I know Luke's laughing from that one. Apparently doing new line 900p swords. Oh, nice, simple ones. It's have painted BattleTech, not BattleTech in particular, but I've done Gundam, Warhammer 40,000, epic scale Warhammer, Space Marine, all that kind of stuff. And I've built and painted everything from 1/44th scale planes all the way through to 1/24th scale planes with tanks, cars, figures, robots, monsters. Yeah, pretty much everything. I don't think there is a type of model I've not built or painted. Yeah, I mean, I could go into the size of the Warhammer armies I used to have, but that'd be massively geeky and probably scare people. Although it's about the only thing I could probably make Luke feel inferior about. Yes, there was a point when I had about 7,000 points of Eldar. I played one game of Warhammer Fantasy Battle where my entire army consisted of one unit. Yeah. Unit of 200 skeletons. That kind of upset my opponent. In terms of the miniature stuff and the last chance, yeah, I just combined the two chunks, so both types are on the channel, hence models and aquatics. There you go, 3,500 points of Space Wolves. There we are, sorted. Yeah. And I had large undead army, large Skaven army as well, which is rat men, to those who don't know. I had Imperial Guard in Epic. I had Eldar in Epic. I had Space Marines in Epic. Tyranids, and what was the other one? There was something else. Can't remember now. Yeah, it's hard to combine things, but I'm not tech savvy enough to A, have multiple channels, and B, remember how to bloody sign in and log into them. So I just stuck it all in the one. I figure if people don't want to watch a fishy video, they won't watch it. If they want to watch a modelling video, they'll watch it. If they happen to accidentally see one of the others and go, oh, that's interesting, great. But hey, these are my videos, so they're not interesting. It's generally just me waffling for a bit and then turning the camera off. See you later, Chris. Good to have you aboard, buddy. Enjoy your black neons, or whichever fish it is you're getting. Yeah, this is as technologically advanced as I get, Chunk. No. Yeah, Necrons are cool. Have you seen the new Necrons, Sean? Oh boy, you're gonna like them. Models and aquatics and thinking about bosoms is too long for a channel name. I say I can clean and balance carburetors, but I can't figure out bloody computers. Now, if you can fix it with a hammer, I'm okay. If you need to use like electrical or tech know-how, now. I mean, I accidentally hit the custom emojis button before I started the stream, right? And it took me about a minute, maybe 2 minutes, to figure out how to get out of that. You know, I'm looking for a close option. It's like, oh yeah, click the keyboard, dumbass. Why does it have to put these weird like little symbols? Why can't it just be the word so you know what it says? It's a lot easier. Yeah, I say if it's your day job, then these things are a lot easier. If you're like me, and yeah, I'm on my second. Yeah, I'm only on my second smartphone. This is my second PC. Um, Actually, you'll probably know how old it is. My tablet is a Samsung Tab 3, and I got that when they came out. It still just about works. There's certain things it won't do anymore because it's like always here if needed. Thank you very much. I shall bear that in mind. Although again, me remembering to do things like that. I mean, it took me about a month to remember to send Marit a friend request, you know. So I suck. Don't do drugs and drink too much when you're younger, kids, because it'll screw your memory. Long-term memory is fine. It's the short-term that's. Stream is nearly. Yeah, pretty much. No, I think it was older than that, Sean. I've had it, mind you, yeah, it's 2021 now, so yeah, I think it was 2014 I got it, maybe. Yeah, it was Christmas of 2014 where I got my tablet. And it now longer, it's like certain things on it now no longer get updated, so they don't work anymore. Like Samsung email thing doesn't work anymore, so I have to go into Gmail. Yeah, it's not a problem, it's just an extra couple of clicks. The silicon baffles, and that's pretty much what happens when I think about technology. Silicon just baffles my sump. I mean, it is obviously the best use of silicon. I mean, it shouldn't be injected or shouldn't be put in the human body, I don't think. But there we go. Oh, I did see something the other day about someone who had iffy plastic surgery, and it turned out when they had to go to hospital to get it fixed, what they'd been injected with was super glue and concrete. Trying to start doing a physics video and failing. Saw this stream and came on to bug me. Exactly, bug away. These things do take, yeah, everything takes time, Marit. Anything that comes too easily or comes to you too easily is probably not really worth the hassle. Generally, if you work for it, you appreciate it more. And pretty much everything I've got, I work for. Still don't appreciate much of it, but you know, it's mine. I paid for it. If I break it, tough. Muggins has got to replace it. Right. And speaking of which, I've been drinking quite a bit, so time to go, as Blackie puts it, go wrestle the alligator, or drain the vein, or burp the worm, whichever way you want to look at it. Back in a minute. Dry my hands in the usually accepted way for a man to dry his hands. There we go. Content, not fond of editing. Just do what I do, Anthony. Just don't do editing. Film it all in one shot. Yeah, so I generally, what I do, I just work out what I'm going to do and then try and figure out a way of doing it all in one shot. Yeah. You think that every single video on my channel has been filmed in one shot? Yeah, it's kind of scary. Which is why there are the occasional fluffs and burps and farts and random people knocking on the door and stuff in the middle of them. There's a few I've had to reshoot because of accidental nudity, but you know. Oh, pardon me. Hope nobody was sitting on a subwoofer then. Yeah, oh. Hello, Susan Fish Fan Mum. How are you? Can't say it's stopping by for like, oh, thank you very much. Mwah. Sorry, probably the first thing you got to hear when you turned up was me burping loudly. Doesn't always happen. Usually a bit quieter. Editing, yeah, I don't even know how to do that. Bye-bye, Susan. Have a good day and stay safe. And yeah, big Fish Fam hug for the Fish Fam Mum, or Fish Fam Mom in American. Yeah, store tours don't get many. I say that my videos generally don't get many views. You know, when you're looking at your analytics, on rare occasions I actually bother. Usually because I'm bored, right? Let's be honest. And then it's videos that you put up like 3 years ago are the top ones that have got views lately. It's like, yeah, oops. But it's then when you get people commenting on something that is like a 4-year-old video and you're trying to remember what the heck you said and did in that video and you haven't got a clue. And you're like, now do I go and watch that whole video back again to try and figure out what the heck this person's on about? Or do I just ignore it and hope they go away? Can you tell which option I normally take? Sounds like me. Yeah. Oh, he's back again, Spazzy boy. Don't you go eating the clown loaches, Spaz. They're a bit too big to fit in your mouth. You got to grow a bit more before you can eat clown loaches. Eh? Watching double speed while I'm doing something else. Oh, geez, I can barely understand my own voice in normal speed, let alone double speed. And it'll be some like random model kit review or some how I do video on, you know, say using a certain kind of wash or filter or something. The fun ones are when people try and tell me I don't know about paintbrushes. They're quite amusing. I don't know if there's any modelers left in, but it's a fairly regular thing on modeling groups to get threads about paintbrushes. Yeah, again, Chung, I don't get that complex. Yeah, it's like the description is basically the title. Yeah, it's subjective, yeah, but I say, as Luke will know, I used to work at a paintbrush company factory. I used to make them, and I get people telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I do. Yes, we used to make brushes that were every bit as good as a Winsor and Newton. Handmade Kolinsky sable. And so yeah, I know what the bits are called and I know how they work. I know how to make them. And trust me, building a model kit is easy compared to putting together a sort of 5.0 size paintbrush by hand. Not meant to use paintbrushes on friends. Hey, I use paintbrushes wherever I get the chance. I've got boxes full of them upstairs. Quite literally. When you're one of the last couple of people working at the factory, that's you're clearing everything out, kind of require some bits. Hang on, these aren't on stock. They don't exist technically. You're a Badger guy. Badger sponsored. Yeah, Ken's a good guy. Not a fan, but yeah, I mean, I use Iwata. If I didn't use Iwata, I would probably go for the UMP Apex, which is a Badger built to UMP's specs from Badger parts, pretty much. Yeah, Iwata HPC Plus, which does everything I need it to do. If I really want to, I can paint the eyebrows on an ant, or I can flood on a load of primer in one coat quickly. So it does everything I need it to. I'm generally not that much of a finesse person with these things. Have I got any sensibly decent models anywhere close? Probably. I was trying to think if I've got anything that's got a decent paint job. Let me see. Let's see if I can find something with a decent paint job that's not got 3 feet of dust on it. Unsurprisingly, most of it is all Russian, so it's mainly all green, but we'll go with the T90 with the splinter camo. I mean, that's all airbrush. I think literally everything was airbrushed on that thing. But that's a 1600 part kit. So, you know. The most annoying bit with that is your struggle. When someone with a decent paint job. Yeah, I know, exactly, Luke. I know. Exactly. This is why modeling, fish keeping, YouTubing. See how I do it and then do it differently. You'll have better results. I know my place. My talent is building stuff quicker than anyone else can. That's pretty much it when it comes to making models. As has been joked about in the past, is the joke has been made I work on 2 models at a time, one with my feet and one with my hands. Because apparently that's the only way I could build them that fast. I don't know. But so if you're looking to get back to your modeling, Chung, check out the International Scale Modeler channel. There's modelling live streams on there regularly, and more subs than you. Yeah, but I've got modelling subs, fishy subs, and I've been doing it for several years, Luke. I started YouTubing way before you did. Yeah, I don't have big feet. I've got dinky little prehensile feet. And so people say, well, why do you model barefoot? And I was like, well, so I can pick things up when I drop them. Don't have to bend over. I can just like pick it up with my toes, bring it up, grab it in my hand. Job done. Just don't do it with a scalpel or a soldering iron. Trust me. One thing you really don't want is soldering iron burns between your toes. That would really suck. You'd have to call Luke and get him to come and rub some flora on it for you. Sorry, in joke. Oh, hello, cribbies. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. Well, so let's put it this way, Sean. I can still get my, if I really want to, I can get my shoes out of the kiddies section. I just choose not to wear shoes that small. Let's put it that way. Well, I'm a UK 5.5 length, but 7 width. So I normally wear a 7. Because if I wear a 5.5, then it'll look like I've got really small feet, and you look weird. I look like Krusty the Clown, or Yuval, if you will. Oh yeah, it just means I've got a good sense of balance having small feet. It takes a lot of learning not to fall over when you haven't got massive plates to anchor yourself to the ground with. Also means more grip in low traction conditions. See you later, Dan. Chuck the human fry in the bath, and maybe get the cement mixer out and stir it up a bit to get the muck floating around, so it don't all congregate. Jeez, that's not feet, Sean. That's flippers. Are you part walrus? So if I'm part Wookiee, you're definitely part marine mammal. Let's put it that way. Okay. I mean, the reasoning for it is A, both my parents got small feet, and B, at the age where my feet should have been growing, I wasn't eating. I had a slight bout of anorexia, so my feet didn't grow at that age. No need for skis or snowshoes. No, I've got a set of ice cleats I can stick on my trainers, sneakers, and then just wander around in the snow and ice with no worries at all. For those 2 days every 3 years that we actually have to worry about it here in snow. I reckon we probably get more depth of pollen fall in the UK every year than we do snow. Oh, judging by the way my eyes and nose are lately, I've probably been inhaling most of it. Yes, hay fever already, and has been for a couple of weeks. And in Norway you get both, yes. But it is a very, very pretty country with some very, very pretty ladies as well. I mean, especially some of those Oslo girls, I've been told some of them are really attractive. You know. just need to do the eyebrow raise, and Marit knows what I'm on about. I mean, that's just the girls. I mean, the women are smoking. But yeah. Oh dear. Hello, little showy doilies. Yes, I know. Do you want more food? Is that what it is? Is it because you've only been fed once today? That's why you're hanging out where the food normally blows down in the water. Oh, what can we feed them? What's within reach that we can easily feed the shell dwellers? Tetra Pro multicolor crisps, extra color, prebiotic for clear water. Surely having a decent filter is what does that. Oh, that's an epic one, Sean. I'll have to do that if there's someone who believes in goblins or leprechauns. That was just a laugh, Marit. Don't worry, don't panic. It's not COVID. It's just me laughing randomly. Yeah, it's not a good sound. It's not a ha 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 ha. It's more like someone having a bad cough and dying. Yeah, is that better? You're all chasing your foodie around now. Yeah, doing zoomies. Zoom. Oh, pardon me. Thinking about the fish food. Yeah, well, does the trick, goes in one end and comes out the other, and they get a bit bigger when they eat it. So, you know, it's one of these things where it's like all these, I say all, but a lot of these things, it's what Ave, if you don't watch his channel, you should. Yeah, it's what he calls marketing wank. It is just absolute BS. Highly nutritious due to a low heat process. Highly nutritious premium food for best feeding. Gentle low heat manufacturing process for high nutritional value and vitamin stability. With color concentrate for beautiful colorful fish. As shell dwellers. Contains prebiotics for improved digestion. Efficient food utilization for minimal waste and water pollution. Feed several times a day in small quantities. Complete feed for ornamental fish. Composition: fish, vegetable protein extracts, cereals, yeast. Oh God, sorry, don't want to give any of you yeast infection. Oils and fats, mollusks and crustaceans, various sugars, algae. You know, best before batch reference number. No, best before 2023. So if they put a 3-year shelf life on it, yeah, it's not exactly the freshest, healthiest stuff. Well, I've got the Aquarium Adventures soft Artemia pellets or brine shrimp pellets, and they go out of date next month. Because they're fresh and they're a soft, damp food, they will go off quicker. But all the fish love them. It's the kind of thing where if I was, because you can rub them in your fingers and break them up, and Fry love it because it's just brine shrimp. Leave them into bigger chunks or just squish it together into bigger chunks, and the Akaras and Spaz love it. Everyone eats it. So, I've got another, we did go to Pets at Home today, so I did get another tub of the micro granules, which again, most of the fish like. The picture you took is still on the wall. And see, if I went around leaving my footprints in wet mud, people would wonder what the hell was there. I mean, I'd be better off just like attaching hooves to my socks, just wearing like, instead of flip-flops, just hooves, and just go wandering around in that. People would think Spring Hill Jack had been around. Or Goat Man. Best food is ones you get outside in the summer. Yes, the various bugs and insects and stuff like that, all very good. Well, Spaz did have a big spider the other day. That didn't last him very long. Good barbecue. Yes. See, the idea of the barbecue I like. You know more about fish than you think, Luke. You probably accidentally earwigged enough on like all of my conversations and my various rambles on this. So picked up more than you probably realise. I mean, I know hardly anything about fish. I just put some water in a tank, put some fish in and see what happens. And somehow they seem to survive. Low heat process gently smothered in lark's vomit. What it probably means is high heat, just really short periods, so it doesn't get too hot. As long as you know everyone needs at least one shell dweller tank, you're good. Yeah, there you go. I reckon if you were going to go for a fish tank, Luke, shell dwellers is the way to go. Because you don't have to worry about plants, right? And they're pretty friendly and they're always on the go and amusing and fun to watch. Although you're in a soft water area, aren't you? So yeah, it might not work too great, but although I do need to get another couple of Nerite snails for that tank. That was kind of one of the reasons we went to Pets at Home today. But then I looked at the Nerite snails they had and they weren't particularly good. They have those that turn off the filter at the same time they turn off the light and they get mad. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Admittedly, we probably all know someone who's. We all know those people who go around and turn everything off at the wall at night. You can guarantee there are some do that with their fish tank, and they turn off the light, the filter, the heater, and then wonder why their fish keep dying. Crush coral, holy rock will sort that out. Yeah, true. Heck, in the UK, just a chunk of bloody chalk will do the trick. Just dig it up out of the ground and job done. Especially around here. I mean, the bedrock is flint and chalk. Research some fishy topics, Mark. You're going to find stuff out and you're going to show me up, aren't you, Luke? That's what you're going to do. Yeah, whatever. I can see it quickly devolving into a Mickey sake between you and me. But hey, It should be entertaining for people to watch anyway, and that's the whole point. Interviewing a modeler who hasn't built a model in about a year. I'm going to seriously have to make sure that I like. I'm off Friday as well, so yeah, I'll have to go up there and have a bit of a tidy up on a Friday. And this is my cave, so a bit of a tidy up in my cave means it'll still look like a bomb's hit it, just a relatively small bomb. Not as it probably looks at the moment, like someone fired an Exocet missile through the window. I forget how many kits are on the go on that bench at the moment. Oh God, what is there? There's a Skyline. There's Resin Rosie. There's Plague Burst Crawler. The McFarlane Space Marine. There's Mortal Realms Scenery. A Wooden Angelfish. Yeah, exactly. Now I'll do it from the man cave. Now it wants her pants. You can't have them back. I'm keeping them. They fit just nice as a pair of shorts. Yeah, exactly. It looks like a bomb, but we know where it all is. And you tidy up, and then you can't find things. I've done it before. The cat's sleeping on. Well, my cat was sleeping on my fleece, apparently, because I went to put it on today, and it's covered in white cat fur. Which is kind of impressive considering he died in like September, or was it August? Can't remember. Yeah, dead cat leaving piles of white fur on my stuff. Yeah, ain't you, Floofer? Hey, Floofy McFloofington. No, this is post vac. It's been through the washing machine, Mark. Everything's been vacuumed multiple times since then, and that fleece has been through the washing machine 2 or 3 times. It was fur free, and now it's covered in white fur again. Just my little buddy going for snoozes on it. That's all it is. I find them on the duvet as well sometimes, which is, you just letting me know he's there. Bless him. Although I do curse him when he starts unplugging airlines. He did that again this morning. One of the airlines for those was unplugged from the pump. Right, cheers, buddy. I know I'm overcrowded with Crebensis at the moment, but you don't need to try and kill them for me. If anyone's doing that, I'm going to be feeding them a Spazzy Boy. You really want barbecue? Yeah, I'm trying to avoid talking about food because all I've had today is about half a dozen profiteroles and a couple of prawn mayonnaise sandwiches, which are about 3 days out of date, so they might repeat on me later. So, Sean, if you get a message from me later going, ow, 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 and it's just a picture of my knees and feet, you know where I am. stretch. Now it wants spare ribs. I've got a few spare. Plenty of meat on them as well. And I've got one that'd be easy to remove. I wouldn't even have to break it. Just cut it out and job done. I mean, I'd have to remove quite a few ribs and then lose a lot of weight to be able to take advantage of the fact, but you know. Can't have everything. He's already broken. Yeah, true that. Yeah, so I've got much like that. I've got one that never healed back together. Barbecue spare ribs make the bad Sunday a good one. That does. Thankfully, most of my Sundays are good because I don't work them. Yay, usually. And I get to see Mary, and then I get to do my stream and see all you lovely people. Everyone, have a great rest of it. Have a great weekend and week yourself, Chung. Stay safe. I would say don't do anything I wouldn't do, but that doesn't really cut much out. Well, anything I wouldn't do now cuts plenty out. Anything I wouldn't have done. You're welcome, Jess. I'm going to be here another 10 minutes or so. Oh, dear. Oh, pardon me. Aaron, how you doing, Asbo? Just pooping in to say good evening. Finally catch Friday Night Live, fell asleep. Yeah. Not just your sleeping patterns all over the place. Yeah, I'm all right. Mustn't grumble. Nobody listens. Sure, listen, both of us. Yeah, exactly. I reckon between me and you, Sean, we've probably done pretty much everything. Now it's like one of the differences between men and women, right? You tell a woman that, you know, that's dangerous, don't do it, so they don't. You tell a man not to do it, he goes ahead and does it anyway, just to see why you shouldn't do it. No, don't touch that, it's hot. Well, how hot is it? Yeah, it's hot. Sleep thing, yeah. Yeah, I know that I feel your pain with that, Luke. I've been there, done that, do that. It's when you go for a nap during the day because you're like, ugh. And then you actually sleep longer during the nap than you did in bed at night. That's not good. The sad thing is, it probably is true. You know, I'm pretty much sure all us men as kids burnt our hands on the oven or the kettle or the fire. I'm pretty sure none of the girls did. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. A sign says, there's a big red button that says, do not press. Oh, if it didn't say do not press, you wouldn't even notice it. Right? You wouldn't even see the button. Because there's a sign there that says do not press. There's a sign, so you read the sign. It might be important. And it says do not press, and all that does is that makes you want to press it even more. So how can I accidentally press this button and not get in trouble for it? Yeah, there was one at Hamilton Acorn when I worked there in the warehouse that it was a big red button that was attached by a big thick cable to like the main electrical box, and so we were like, yeah, we really want to, but we probably shouldn't. And then when we eventually did get around to pressing it, nothing happened. Like the switch went click and nothing happened. It was like, boo. That's why my arm near my elbow. 4 years with a scar. Yeah. Do not press will kill humanity. We're in trouble. Yeah. This is why they shouldn't give male world leaders access to the nuclear codes. I'll do some video editing. Yeah, stay safe, Luke, and enjoy your editing. Have a good one, and see if you can't actually get a few Zs in tonight. It's amazing how much better you do feel when you do have some sleep. Yeah, do not press. Can't deny the button. It's reason for it. Yeah, the whole reason the button is there is to press. If you didn't need a button there to be able to press, you wouldn't press it. Yeah, you wouldn't have the button. It must be there for a reason, so you need to press it to find out what the reason is, if no one knows. Actually, Luke, if you're still here, stick on one of Drakenifel's dry docks. That'll send you to sleep. I'm not saying it is a bad thing, because they're actually very interesting, but good to fall asleep to. Trust me on that. Or the Belief Hole podcast, although you'd probably just crack up laughing at that. The fact it's called the Belief Hole. There's holes I believe in. There's holes I'd happily worship. Salty. Don't know what it is, but whenever I drink anything that's not fizzy and not caffeinated, it doesn't feel like it's actually done me any good. I don't feel more hydrated. It's like one swig of something very sugary and caffeinated and fizzy. I notice the difference. Yeah, I need to catch up on the LRDG, Long Range Desert Group, if you didn't know. Yeah, well, you know why I'm drinking it, Sean. Because of a certain joke that you shared. Bought some kits for the first time in ages. Tamiya 48 Spit, Scooby-Doo, random car, yet to find out what it is. Shima Lexus. Yeah, exactly. It's something simple. I'll say, to me, it's not the building I have trouble with. It's, for me, I get to sort of start painting it and then kind of grind to a halt, which is why all the part built stuff up there is actually built. It's just part painted. Some like the McFarlane Space Marine, I haven't really got much to do to finish that off. It's just a case of getting around to it and being asked, because I'm not going to bother weathering it because it's candy purple. Candy purple and steel, so yeah. No, I say it's not the cleaning of the brush, it's just, I don't know, if it's say it's a Russian tank and it's just green, I'll prime it, paint it green, paint the tracks, paint the tyres. I can actually do the paint, then it's just like I just run out of, it's like, I can't be bothered to weather it or do a wash or anything. So it gets left. The Castrol Super and looked at the decals. Yeah, that one's an interesting decal set to get on that model for sure. There's a whole lot of it. Not as bad as some of the anime ones. There's a couple that Tony's built that I look at it and go, why did he even bother painting it? Why didn't he just like put the decals straight onto the plastic? Because you can't see any of the paint. Being a wash, I need to wash shirts. Yeah, I've got a load of laundry in the machine. Just needs to be turned on. I'll do that tomorrow or Tuesday. Depends on which one, is I'm off Monday and Tuesday. So one day I'm going to have a do nothing blur day, and the next day I'm going to have to do a lot of jobs. So all depends how I feel when I get up tomorrow, really. That's when I've got to go down to the post office tomorrow morning before it opens. The joys of working in the same shop that the post office is located in. I can nip in 5 minutes before they open and get my parcel done without having to queue outside for an hour. And I will get proof of postage for that. So you didn't get a tank weathering. Yeah, it's... I mean, like, clean cars, yeah, fine, not an issue. Most car models are clean. Clean planes, yeah, relatively. If you give them a pin wash, you can pretty much get away with it. But tanks, yeah. It's going to get a Japanese shit. Yeah, the spit. I mean, is it the old spit or the new spit? Because I mean, they're both good kits, but the new one is superb. I've got it, I haven't built it. But I mean, fit wise, if it's anything like the BF109 was, oh boy, that thing was lovely to build. Have I any air rifles? Not anymore. I haven't, Alan. I did used to have a 177, but ended up binning it, and I sold the crossbow because, you know, illegal. It's not the crossbows are illegal, it's just absurdly powerful ones you need a license for, and I don't have a license. So I sold it. I mean, if I'm doing battle damage on the tanks, I use a Dremel anyway with a dental bit in it, just to ding things up a little bit. I mean, if I'm going to like destroy them, then I just hit them with a hammer afterwards, or a pair of anvil loppers, or walk across them. Any of those really upsets people when you post pictures or the videos on Facebook. Videos are good because you get the crunch sound as well as the plastic just explodes. Haven't done that for a while. I think I might have to do it again soon. And the old Mark 5B, yeah, I mean, it's still a solid kit. I mean, it's donkey's years old now, but it'll still build well. And as I say, I'd get it built, I'd get it primed, I'd get the green painted, and then I'll probably lose before I even got the brown masked off. I knew someone who had a crossbow and was a dumbass and ruined it for us. I mean, to be fair, my crossbow was, yeah, it wasn't a sporting crossbow, it wasn't a target shooting crossbow. It was more of a I'm designed to kill humans wearing armor crossbow. And I was shooting sheep, then realised it wasn't a butcher or good at skinning them. Yeah. I mean, well, let's put it this way, mine had 180-pound draw weight on it. It was a compound. It was a 3-shot magazine. That's not like a sporting. That is a deadly weapon. There is no other use for it, really. It's not a target one. It's not, you know, it's purely designed to kill people. Bloody good at killing rabbits, so. Not just for the sheer fun of, yeah, let's kill some rabbits, but for actual pest control. That was what I was doing. Should be able to use it. Yeah, the problem is if I shot one burglar with it, it goes straight through and out the other side and probably kill someone on the street outside. Tiny toothpick crossbow goes through drywall. Yeah. I mean, it's scary the amount of power you can get into something that small. I mean, I would like a proper English war bow, but my shoulders probably couldn't take drawing it these days. So, and they're bloody expensive for what is basically a stick with a bit of string. There aren't many Bowyers or Fletchers left anymore, so if you want a proper one, it's going to cost you a lot of money. And if you want a proper, yeah. And on that kind of note, Todd's Workshop on YouTube, he's actually a bowyer. Sean doesn't trust himself with a crossbow. Aaron wouldn't be able to draw a real war bow. I mean, I've got the musculature to draw 140-pound bow, but I haven't got the joints anymore. Watch a bit with some proper destruction. Mrs. Handy hasn't been uploaded. Yeah, there's something I might get around to. I've probably got quite a few I could quite happily stomp or attack with a weed whacker strimmer. Yeah, I might have to do something. Yeah, blowing them up isn't a good idea. That would definitely, especially living next to an old people's home. But anyway, we're at 8 o'clock plus a few. So I'm going 2 hours. I don't know if anyone's on after me, either fishy wise or modelly wise. So I do need to go get something to eat before I collapse into a heap, or get to like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night and go, I'm starving, I need food now. So thanks everyone for tuning in, for watching, for leaving likes, comments, subscriptions, all that good stuff. Same time next week, should be. Don't think there's anyone on holiday. So peace out. Rock on. Bye bye. Stay safe. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop.